Welcome to Inside Eugene. I'm your host, Marin Stewart. Each episode, we take you behind the scenes of library, recreation, and cultural services to meet the people and programs that make the Eugene, Oregon community shine. It's spooky season in Eugene, and LRCS is bringing the fun. In this Halloween special, we're joined by Caitlin McMahon from the library, Tanner Layton from recreation, and Carrie Weeks from cultural services to share all the ways you and your family can celebrate. From Boo Barn and Monster Mash to Halloween Downtown and Meet a Mortician, there's something for everyone, whether you're into costumes, crafts, or just candy. Tune in for a behind-the-scenes look at how these events come together and what makes Halloween in Eugene so special. Thank you all for being here. What's your favorite part of Halloween, and how does your team bring that spirit to life?
Caitlin McMahon with Eugene Public Library. For me, personally, Halloween is my favorite time of year, and that is a really fun holiday that people are just generally excited about. People come into the library and they're asking for books and movies, and there are things that they've waited all year to read or watch or listen to. And I think that's something that's super impactful on my team because it just makes it feel more exciting to be at work every day.
I'm Tanner Layton with recreation. My favorite part of Halloween is how the kids feel like there's a spotlight on them and how they get to fully envelop themselves in the holiday, and it just feels like it's all about them.
Carrie Weeks with cultural services. Yeah, I would say that my favorite part of Halloween is the opportunity to be somebody besides yourself and to see families come together in group costumes, and it's totally creative and just fills me with so much happiness.
I love that. Always good to see the kids run around and the adults run around and everybody dressed up. Why do you think Halloween is such a great opportunity for community connection?
Well, something that we've been working on with Halloween Downtown is working with all the downtown businesses and getting them to offer a promotion, offer candy, offer stickers, offer something that they already do in the community, and then it shares their business with people that maybe haven't come downtown in a long time and they don't know that they exist.
I think Halloween is a really great opportunity because it gives everybody's out and doing stuff and ecstatic to interact with other people. Everybody's trying to make everybody else's night that much better, giving out lots of candy, going around enjoying the carnival, just good spirits.
That was good wordplay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that with Halloween, and just fall in general, it's a time of year where things are changing. So you're transitioning from all of the fun and freedom of summer to a little bit more structure and, cooler weather, a different variety of activities that you're going to start engaging in when it comes around Halloween time. And, there are other holidays and stuff too, where people are coming in and wanting to learn more or find representation for themselves. And because so many other businesses and other organizations, different parts of the city of Eugene, everyone's doing something. And so it's just it's a very rich opportunity for collaboration. Sometimes it seems like there's so much going on that it's almost hard to tap into all of the things.
Totally, yeah. Between the city and all the events in the community, I'm like, oh my God, Halloween is actually really huge here.
Yeah.
So speaking of what we're doing for Halloween, talk to me about what's new or different about this year's Halloween programming in each division. Or is it the same?
Recreation is largely the same. We're revamping our Boo Barn a little bit. We're only using the first floor because it caused some technicality issues with going up and down. And we're just kind of streamlining everything, but then we're going absolutely bonkers with the carnival games so that they have something to do while they're waiting.
Well, in cultural services for our Halloween Downtown event, what is kind of an add-on from last year was we started a program called Frightful Features. We're working with probably 15 different local artists, and they're creating installations all around downtown. So last year we had about 24, and this year we've got 33 installations around the downtown core. So we're really excited about that. Each installation, you get a code to complete a scavenger hunt, and the scavenger hunt, then you get raffle tickets, and there's baskets the downtown businesses have participated in too. And then that helps the businesses because then it gets people back into their doors.
And what kind of installations? Are they all art installations or just kind of anything, any number of things?
Photo ops, creepy art installations, actors. We're working with more actors this year. We work with an animatronic artist. His name's James Feist. We love James. So we have one installation that's going to be musicians and then zombies. It's called The Deadest Show in Town. We're really excited about that one. So
Love it. Awesome.
I think that one of the bigger changes for this October is our adult programs have really they're super exciting this October. I mean, kid stuff is always very fun. Like I'm a children's librarian. Like I gotta say I love the kid stuff always. But we often lean pretty heavily into the fall stuff and like the Halloween-y stuff. And I just felt like adults kind of were like, yes, we could get in on this action as well. So
So speaking of all of these events and the new things that are happening, obviously there's a lot of planning that goes into all of these things. Can each of you maybe talk about your role or a behind the scenes detail that the general community might not realize goes into these events?
Yeah. So I'm basically coordinating and assembling everything, getting all the staff into separate roles, making sure all the equipment's working, sorting through and organizing everything, and then doing the basic planning for all of Boo Barn at this moment. This year, it's my first year running it, and flow and the time it takes people to go through one activity and into the next without like butting up against the last group is something that I was not super expecting, but it's become a heavy part of my preparation.
I am one of two library supervisors who heads up like our program. We call it Program Sphere. Basically, it's like the bigger picture for programs. So much time does go into like thinking about and planning all of the programs and like how they're going to work together. What materials you need. Those programmers, they're doing multiple programs throughout the month, so it's not like they're just focusing on one. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of energy. And they always do it with a smile, and they're super, super jazzed to do it with the kids and the adults as well. So
technically I'm a production coordinator. This is actually our 11th Halloween downtown.
Wow.
I've been a part of it pretty much for the last 10 years. But as far as like planning goes, it's mostly about relationships and, having relationships with the library and with recreation and with, many different community partners that offer nonprofit services to our community, to all the businesses, to the Whitaker Market, different markets that we work with. And so it's like hundreds of relationships that we are interacting with and nurturing during this time. And so it's really that in of itself builds a lot of community. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we're going to zone in on the events for each division. So I've got a couple questions for each of you. So Boo Barn and Monster Mash are recreation classics. Can you tell us what to expect this year? Pretend I've never been to one.
Monster Mash is pretty much the same as it has been in the last couple of years. This year, they're going to have an inflatable slide. They're doing a Hexenbrut, which is like a witch's dance, which I was watching some videos of, and it looks like a lot of fun. They're also doing fun games, crafts, dancing, and prizes at Monster Mash. And then Boo Barn is going to be the Hive of the Spider Queen is what our central theme is going to be. And it's going to be like a crawl through the entire place. And then once they get to the main hall is where all the spooky stuff's going to be. But we're doing it in 2 different shifts. It's going to be an hour and a half of less scary for younger kids. And then we're going to turn all the lights out and turn all the animatronics on and let all the teenagers go through.
Awesome. So it truly sounds like an all ages thing. You got a families with young ones, then you got kind of an older teenager crowd too that can come. So how do you make these fun for all ages, especially younger kids? I know you just mentioned there's kind of a non-scary part. What do you focus on for that part?
Carnival's a really easy way to round everything out. Have some like fun, simple games that'll keep kids busy for a little while they're doing stuff, like a little spiderweb maze, skull bowling, a little miniature pumpkin launch, photo opportunities, fun stuff like that.
Awesome. Cool. Are there any favorite Halloween moments you have from working in rec in general over past years?
Yeah, I really like seeing smaller versions of whatever I'm dressed up as. That's a really good time. A couple years back during Monster Mash, there was like 3 or 4 young Links, and I was Link that year. It was amazing.
That's awesome. Okay, Carrie, so tell me about how Halloween downtown has become a big tradition. What's the vibe? What's planned this year? Pretend I've never been to Halloween downtown before.
Sure. We're really excited. This year, we're going to have 4 different information booths. So as you enter into the footprint, you'll be greeted with a map, you'll be greeted with a raffle card, and then you'll be greeted with an extra piece of paper that show all the promotions that all the different downtown businesses are offering. Some activities are for kids, some are for all ages. The raffle card is part of the Frightful Features program that we're running is a way to attract all ages into the event. We do have 63 businesses that are participating in trick-or-treating this year. So if you bring your little kids down, there's lots of places that you can go and get candy or stickers. We're really excited about the collaboration with all the businesses. Something else that's new, we used to have a main stage back in the day, and we're bringing the main stage back in Kesey Square. So we have some really funny comedians that are going to be our MCs. We have a fashion show. Mitra Gruel, who puts on the Hallowild show, will do a 30-minute fashion show. We have some really fun stuff lined up this year.
That's awesome. Wow. All kinds of stuff. Yeah. So I know it's the weekend before Halloween, but should I still wear my costume to Halloween Downtown?
Yes, please. We highly encourage everyone dressing up, go all out. Everybody else normally gets dressed up and festive.
So how do you balance fun with safety and accessibility for such a huge downtown event? I mean, you span multiple blocks downtown. How do you kind of navigate any safety concerns or things like that?
Sure. We work with West States. They provide all the barricades and make sure as far as like any foot traffic or vehicle traffic is safe as far as not driving into the event. We have a local security company, Seguridad, that we work with that helps kind of keep safe. Also having a large staff and many volunteers helps keep everyone, the public safe. And then as far as our installations, we make sure to not install any installations that are not in ADA area. So everything in the footprint is accessible to all abilities.
Awesome. And then do you have any favorite memories from years past, either from Halloween Downtown or any other kind of Halloween event?
So many memories. One year, our staff dressed up in banana suits so that we could be very visible to the public. And we did have a person dress up in a gorilla suit, and we would run around, and that was really fun.
Awesome. All right. You're up, Caitlin. So it seems like the library has some great Halloween themed programs going on this year. Tell me about the different events and programs you got.
Just to highlight a few that are kind of like heavy on the fall vibes. For like our adults, later this month, it's called Camp Fireball. And it's with a facilitator and professional storyteller named Corey Howard. And he's going to be doing like a storytelling program, which is really cool. It's like, let's all sit around the campfire and tell stories, which is pretty sweet. We actually are doing a program that we started doing for teens, and so many adults were like, why are we not doing this program for us? We're like, well, we shall. And if that's the Meet a Mortician. So we're bringing in a mortician. Her name's Sinead Oskay, and she, I believe, is the owner of Sunset Hills Funeral Home. She's both a mortician and a funeral home owner. So she's going to be talking about like what it is to be a mortician, which is really cool. And Adult Services is doing like a little bit extra where they're pairing that with a book group. The book is called All the Living and the Dead. They're going to do a listening party for Neil Young's Harvest Moon. And then they're going to be doing a tarot program. Teens are also doing a tarot program, making an insect globe, poppet dolls, Zombarbies, Frankenstuffies happened earlier this month. So like all sorts of really cool stuff for the teens as well. And then, of course, not to forget the kids. They're doing a lot of like, upcycling monsters and making a mask. And at Bethel, they're doing listen and paint creepy crafts. So just it's like taking a fun spin on a lot of the programs that we do kind of similarly to teach kids like, fine motor skills and stuff like that. We do actually a lot of sewing programs. Kids really love them. That's a great skill to learn, but just making it kind of fun and festive.
Wow, I would love to meet a mortician. I had never thought about that, but that actually sounds really cool.
Right? Yeah. Like so many adults that are just like, wait a second.
So how do you use seasonal themes like Halloween to spark creativity and literacy in all of these age groups?
For sure. Yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, like, fall, it's a new time of year. It's a big reading season, as you might guess. We're moving into the cozy. We want to be inside. Don't want to get rained on. It's cold now. So that's kind of a nice natural, like, hand off to like, oh, let's read some books. Let's watch some movies. Let's listen to some Neil Young, I guess. People literally wait like the entire year to read some types of books and stories and things like that. Like as you might guess, like horror is a very big one for this time of year. And, we bring out some extra copies of well-loved Halloween movies, because those are, in high demand from our patrons. So yeah, I think that the coziness and just the general ambiance, inspire a lot, whether that's just to try something new because you're trapped inside, or to, you've been waiting all year to read this book, because it's your favorite, and it's cozy season.
I'm definitely a seasonal cozy reader.
As am I. Yeah.
And then just to wrap up for everybody, if each of you want to let me know, where can people find more info about your events, and what's your best tip for making the most of Halloween in Eugene?
Boo Barn is October 30th. Go on to getrec.org and click register in the register online, and you have to register in order to get a time slot to be there. Free to register with limited spots available, so sign up now and make sure you can get in. Also, we've got a holiday autumn folk school going on. So folk school workshops once per month on Saturdays, sharing skills and techniques to help make everyone more well-rounded. For details, check the rec guide. Lots more coming in the winter program schedule as well. And then one last thing we have going on at Peterson Barn is Art in the Barn, the handmade craft holiday market, which is in December.
You can check out the library website, just eugene-or.gov/library. That's going to have a full list of our program offerings for all ages. Most of the programs do not require any kind of pre-registration, so don't worry too much about that. But if there is a pre-registration, it will obviously prompt you to sign up for that. And not only can you find the programs there, but also you can check out our library catalog. So if you are looking for that sweet fall read that you have been looking forward to all year, look for it, and we can put it on hold for you if you need to. And then as far as the best tip that I have for making Halloween, the most fun that you can in Eugene, try something that you never have tried before. Give it a whirl.
Halloween Downtown is October 25th from noon to 4 p.m. As far as finding more information, if you go onto the city website, look under cultural services, community events, Halloween Downtown. On there, you'll find all the parking options. LTD does do free bus runs for the event for that day. And then we are bringing in additional bike racks that will be in front of the Lane Community College building. And again, across the street in front of the Eugene Public Library downtown, there's a healthy amount of bike racks there as well. So we encourage bus, bike, or carpooling with a friend. As far as best tip, be safe, be with loved ones, be with friends, have a good time, look out for one another, have some lights if you're walking around. And I forgot to mention one thing too. One of the programs that we started last year and that we've continued this year is Monsters of the World, as a way to really encourage people to explore the monster from their area, wherever their home was. They all exist, and it's the thing that unites us all.
Ending on that, monsters unite us all.
Monsters will bring us together.
Yes, monsters will bring us together.
Well, thank you all for being here. Appreciate you so much, and really looking forward to checking out all the different Halloween events.
Thank you.
Thank you.